here in front.
Coach, that 15-1 run to end the third quarter, from your vantage point, what was working so well?
Well, we started making shots. Not to take anything away from Missouri, they've been in a lot of games lately, take it down to the wire, so we knew they were playing good basketball, and we just sluggish, couldn't get by anybody. Played the small lineup the majority of the game, had all the bigs sitting over there by me, and I thought we competed being small.
Right there.
Coach, your team had quite an impressive performance in the second quarter from the three-point line. They went 4 for 5. What did you see in that second quarter?
Well, I was just looking. The only one that did not shoot the ball particularly good this game that usually does is Morrow. She was 3 for 13, but if you look at Flage, you look at Michaela, our three main scorers, they shot 50%. They just got their feet set and relaxed a little bit, and we played at Missouri's pace. And what I mean by that is that they just run their offense so efficient, and you know, it sometimes can wear you down to where when you take off like we like to do and head to the other end, you just don't have that speed and quickness that you normally have. And so we hung in there, just grinded out. 6-7 games left in the SEC regular season. You're on the road, and we did. We just hung in there.
Coach, you mentioned your big three usually on offense. Miracle was able to add another 11 points, 7 rebounds. How big was her production in terms of getting this win?
I thought our bench was very productive, and that's been a challenge. I've challenged them lately that everybody knows about the three main ones, but we have other good players, but I need more production from people who come in off the bench. And I thought Miracle, I thought Poa, I thought Jada, even KG late, just give us something, and I thought they did tonight.
Coach, you mentioned a lot of Missouri's games going down to the wire. You've only got one SEC win this slate. How do you prepare? What does preparation look like for a team whose record might not match?
Well, the preparation for us doesn't change. Sure. We don't look at records. As you saw, that was a good, tough game. You don't look at records. Robin is a good coach. I've coached against her when she was at Illinois State, and she gets the best out of her kids. And I thought it was just a game that, I wouldn't say it was a pretty game. It was just two teams just trying to figure out a way to win.
Right over here.
Coach, a lot of Missouri's games have followed a very similar pattern against highly ranked teams, you know, keeping it close but kind of tapering off in the third and fourth quarter. Was there something you noticed at halftime that maybe you felt like you could exploit their Missouri defense?
No, they didn't do anything. They didn't do anything that we didn't expect. Zone, we saw zone tonight. They played us man. They switched a lot. All those things we prepared for. I thought they were just physically strong and tough and just wouldn't let us go by them. And that's probably internal. That's just who you are. That's your makeup.
Do a couple more here in person. Right here in front.
You already mentioned Morrow, 9 offensive rebounds and 9 offensive rebounds and 16 as a team, especially on a night where you go through stretches where you're missing shots from the field. How valuable were those extra possessions?
She does that every night. She probably got down on herself because she was only 3 for 13 from the field, but look what she does. She doesn't just sit there and pout. She goes and figures out other ways, and rebounding is what she does. And especially, we had 3-5 players that didn't give us 1 rebound. And so she had a little bit of extra work tonight. But you look at Flage, gave us 7. Miracle, you mentioned earlier, she gave us 7. She was active and moved. We've been home for 3 straight games, so this is the first time on the road against a team that I'm telling you, Missouri's playing good basketball, and we knew that.
Last one here in person.
Looking at Missouri's offense, Grace Slaughter was able to put up 18 points on 7 of 10 shooting. What makes her such a hard guard, especially just as a sophomore?
Well, she can take you off the dribble. She can shoot the 3. she doesn't really have to do mid-range because she's usually going to get what she wants either from the three or driving or from the foul line. But just an outstanding player to be so young.
All right, Cobble, you want to start us off here on Zoom?
Yeah, Cam, I was just curious, a number of missed shots around the rim. Is that speaking to just kind of the grind that you alluded to, or was there something there that you were seeing about the girls not being able to finish?
I would say it's probably the grind, just rushing, shooting off balance. It wasn't height. It wasn't like we were in there against people that, were blocking shots. Just one of those nights. And I don't want to take anything away from Missouri. I thought that they were well prepared and they made every shot we took. They made it tough. I thought they played a very physical game. And both teams competed.
Reed?
Hey, Coach. I wanted to ask you about KG. When you think about what she did against Tennessee a couple months ago, yes, how do you help her get back into a rhythm so that she's scoring the ball and shooting the ball a little bit better, like she was earlier in the season?
Well, she played 17 minutes, so she's got to figure that out herself. If you weren't playing her, then I would say she needs more minutes. But if you get 17 minutes, figure out how to score the ball, figure out how to help us. I can't, just flash a wand and say, okay, you're going to hit these next three. That's what happens when you play this game. This game can humble you. This game can make you look like a hero. But what you have to do is you just have to say, I'm going to stay even keel and keep doing what I've been doing and keep shooting it. I've never told her not to shoot the ball. She'll make big shots for you.
Matt?
Hey, Coach. Obviously a road game and adversity. Just the leadership on your team. I know we talked about it earlier in the year, figuring it out. Just what did you see from them, especially in this type of game?
Well, you would think your leaders are going to be who? Morrow, Flage, Michaela, those that, get a lot of attention as they should. And I thought, like, to start the game, I thought Flage wasn't in the flow, and I subbed real quickly. And then Morrow, she'd get a shot and not make her typical shot, so then she wasn't in the flow. And then I take Michaela and I'm like, I got to have her at the point, right? No, I need her at the 4. No, let's move her back to the 2. So it was that kind of game. And as I told him in a timeout, just stay with it. Just stay with it. Everything's going to work out. Just keep at it, because what you're missing are good shots. They're not bad shots.
Corey?
Campbell, before tonight, how would you categorize Miracle's confidence level, and how do you hope tonight's performance is a push in the right direction for her?
Well, Miracle was playing like that before she went down with her stress reaction, and she had to sit for 6 weeks. And so by then, we're moving on with our rotation and things like that. So she's been trying to get back in the lineup. And sometimes when you try, you force things, force a bad shot, or you have a turnover. Miracle was outstanding tonight. She pressured the ball. She's very active rebounding the ball for her size. And we sure needed her to be as good as she was tonight. And this was it was good for her confidence. And she deserves to have that kind of game, because that's how she was playing before she got injured.
Reed?
Yeah, Coach, I just want to ask you about Tennessee real quick. They beat UConn tonight. What are you looking forward to see in the rematch in the PMAC on Sunday?
You just can't let me enjoy a win, can you? If I had to answer right now, my challenge would be to our fans, because our arena's sold out for the year. But I would imagine some of them are going where? To the Super Bowl. We lead into the Super Bowl. And if you're not going to be there, please give those tickets to somebody that would like to come. That would be my first thought. Because Tennessee is very good. Tennessee plays a style like none other. I've never coached against anybody that plays that style. And I would imagine beating UConn, that's good for the SEC, obviously. I love that. But I would think they're coming in sky high. And it went down to the wire when we played them at Tennessee earlier in the year. And I would imagine it's going to be another good game.
We got any more on here, guys? All right, thank you.
Y'all good? Are all y'all journalism students?
Yes, ma'am.
I knew it. Wonder why. Y'all's journalism department has an outstanding reputation, and when I walked in, I said, uh-oh, we got a whole classroom full. I'm not a journalist.